Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
هاي ستيس.
هاي كيفكن؟
منيح أنت؟
الحمد لله. إن شاء الله مش تعبانين اليوم.
تعبانين.
وليش؟ شو تعبكن؟ كيمستري؟
كل شي.
أول period كانت فري فيلوسوفي ما أخذته.
Yes.
ما عم يعطيكم زوم أستاذ طلال ولا
يا أستاذ.
أهلا هاي كاز.
أوقات زوم أوقات فيديو.
Are you seeing the videos ولا no؟
شوي شوي.
شوي.
أستاذ عم يبعد نص ساعة فيديو، مين بده يحضر؟ خليه يبعت 2 فيديو كل واحد 15 دقيقة. أنا بشوف
يحتاج بيحكي.
يعني وقت ابعت فيديو أنا ما عم تشوفوا أنتو.
كيف؟
وقت ابعت لكم شي يوم فيديو ما عم تشوفوه يعني بالبيت.
لا
بلد.
أستاذ ما
بس فيلوزوفي ما بنفهم شي.
شو فيديو استاذ؟
نو
لا
عقول.
أستاذ ما
لا ما رح ابعت. ما رح ابعت فيديو.
هتلاقي بلا فيديو.
هيك
أستاذ
احسن.
ما تغير. إذا ما قدرنا نعمل زوم وبعتت فيديو نشوفهم، بس في له
لا هيك
عم بيعمل
بدي اسمع صوتكم احسن.
يس صوتك كمان أستاذ.
اوكي يلا 2009 يمكن زهقتوا من هيدا الشابتر. 2009 first chance. Consider the function f defined on R by fx equal 4 plus x e to the minus x. And its representative curve is C, shown in the adjacent figure. C cuts the abscissa axis in one point with the abscissa alpha. This is alpha. Use C to study the sign of fx. How to study the sign of fx?
تيبل، نعمل تيبل.
يعني كيف تيبل؟ شو بنحط بهذا التيبل؟
minus infinity
Yes.
alpha and plus infinity.
Okay. Between minus infinity and alpha, what is the sign of fx?
Negative.
Negative. ليه negative?
الجراف هيك.
Okay. Graphically يعني. So graphically, fx equal to 0 for x equal alpha. fx negative for x belongs to minus infinity alpha.
أستاذ ما نعمل تيبل هون.
فيك تعمل تيبل، فيك تكتبهم هيك مثل ما بدك. For x belongs to alpha plus infinity, fx يعني إذا بدك you can do a table like that. Okay, you mean like that x and fx minus infinity alpha minus plus. You can do this table, or you can any questions about part 1? How did we find the sign of fx?
No, Ustaz.
Use integration by parts to calculate integral from 0 to 2 x e to the minus x dx. Use integration by parts. كيف integration by parts here? How to make integration by parts?
Movie minus integral video.
Integration of between 0 and 2 x e to the minus x dx. إذا بدك هذا الميثود هيكاز اليو قد ايه اليو وقد ايه الدي بي؟ مين بناخذ اليو؟ اليو is the polynomial parts, then du equals dx. V equal e to the minus x, then v equals integral e to the minus x dx. What is the integral of e to the minus x? Yes, what's the integral of e to the minus x? Minus e to the minus x. Then the integral from 0 to 2 x e to the minus x dx equals uv between 0 and 2 minus integral from 0 to 2 v du equals uv شو بتعطينا uv minus x e to the minus x between 0 and 2 minus v du بتصير minus رح تصير هيدي plus integral v du بتصير plus integral e to the minus x dx between 0 and 2 equals الانتجرال للاي فيني اكتبها دغري هيك minus x e to the minus x.
استاذ يوفي كمان كنا نعمل انتجرال.
لا ما عملنا انتجرالز بس في عندي باوندز بدي احطها between 0 and 2.
اوكي.
Any questions about this integration by parts?
No. بس دي نكتب.
Okay, but we can do it in easier way.
Table.
By table.
استاذ هاي تاني سؤال مو؟
Second part يعني هيدا. أول part sign, second part. Okay, did you write, Thomas?
يلا 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, sis.
Or we can do it by this form, integral of x e to the minus x between 0 and 2. U, where we take u is the polynomial part, which is x. Then derivative للx is 1, derivative لل1 is 0. dv is the exponential part. نعمل integral. Integral لل e to the minus x is minus e to the minus x. Integral once again بتصير plus e to the minus x. We multiply diagonal. This one times that one. X times minus e to the minus x بتصير minus x e to the minus x. Minus this one times that one بتصير minus e to the minus x between 0 and 2 equal f of 2 minus f of 0. We get 1 minus 3 over e squared. But by table it is easier. Integration by parts. The exponential we can do it by table. Logarithm no.
لوغاريتم بدنا نعمله بالهي أول ميثود.
Yes. Then calculate the area of the region bounded by the axis of ordinates. مين axis of ordinates يعني? The axis of abscissas, the curve C, and the line x equal to. Between the axis of ordinates in the y-axis, x-axis C and the line x equal to. يعني بدنا نلاقي هذا اللاين x equal to هون. بدنا نلاقي هذا الاريا. شو بيساوي الاريا لهذا الريجن؟ شو اللي بيساوي الانتجرال لهذا الريجن يا شباب وصبايا؟
fx. Integral fx.
Integral from a to b fx dx. What are a and b?
بس هلا يعني باوند من minus 1 ل 2.
No, بدنا هذا الاريا y axis. الواي axis شو الايكويشن للواي axis؟ الاكسس اوف اوردينيتس يعني هيدا هون.
اوكي.
يعني شو الايكويشن له الواي الاكسس اوف اوردينيتس؟
x equals 0.
اوكي جود x equals 0. فينا نعرف من هون فوق قايلنا من 0 ل 2 يعني تحت بده يكون integral from 0 to 2. So الاريا equals integral from 0 ل 2 fx dx. ال fx هو 4 plus x e to the minus x dx. الانتجرال of the sum equal to the sum of integrals. الانتجرال لل 4 بصير 4x between 0 and 2 plus integral from 0 ل 2 x e to the minus x dx. جزأته لاثنين. هيدا بيعطينا f of 2 minus f of 0 is 8 وهيدا لقينا الانسر فوق 1 minus 3e power minus 2. We get 8.59 square units of area. In what follows, suppose that alpha equal minus 1 point. G, a function defined on R by gx equals 4x minus 3, etc. And G is its representative curve. Verify that the limit as x tends to minus infinity of gx equal plus infinity. How to verify that the limit as x tends to minus infinity equal plus infinity? Limit gx as x tends to minus infinity. We replace each x by minus infinity. 4 into minus infinity, minus 3 is minus infinity, minus. Inside the brackets, minus infinity plus 1 is minus infinity. وهون e to the power plus infinity. لأنه minus minus بصير e to the power plus infinity. It will be minus infinity وهذا بصير e to the plus infinity is plus infinity. بصير minus infinity plus infinity is indeterminate. بالindeterminate form infinity minus infinity we take the highest power or we can take common. من الhighest here ال 4x minus 3 ولا ال x plus 1 times e to the minus x?
4x.
4x. So limit as x tends to minus infinity of gx equal limit of the highest power, which is minus x plus 1 e to the minus x. It is equal minus, inside this brackets, minus infinity plus 1 is minus infinity, e to the plus infinity. E to the plus infinity is plus infinity. Minus times minus is plus, so we get plus infinity. G of minus 2.5 by using the calculator equal 5.27. Any questions about the calculation of the limit at minus infinity? So infinity minus infinity دايما بناخد الهايست. الهايست يا هيكاز not 4x. هيدا 4x هون x plus 1 times e يعني هون عندي infinity times infinity يعني هيدا الهايست.
إن عملوا replace بالinfinity بيطلع العكس.
Yes. هون calculate to the nearest 10 minus 2 بس بدي أقول شغلة to the nearest 10 minus 2 only we need 2 digits after the decimal. إذا كتبنا 1 digit غلط، إذا كتبنا more than 2 digits غلط. So only we needed 2 digits after the decimal. G of minus 2.5. So بس 2 digits after the decimal point. Now calculate the limit as x tends to plus infinity of gx. Limit gx as x tends to plus infinity, we replace each x by infinity. Infinity minus 3 minus infinity times e to the minus infinity. Plus infinity minus 3 is plus infinity minus e to the minus infinity is 0. بصير infinity times 0 indeterminate. As you know, infinity times 0 you have to change the form. بننزل الاكسبوننشال لتحت. Then we are second step we apply Hopital's rule. So limit as x tends to plus infinity of gx equal limit as x tends to plus infinity 4x minus 3 e to the minus x بننزله لتحت بصير x plus 1 e to the x. Hopital's rule لأنه بيطلع هون infinity over infinity. So limit as x tends to plus infinity. Pay attention, بس Hopital's rule بنستخدمه لهيدا البارت للفراكشن. ما بنستخدمه لل 4x minus 3. Hopital's rule دائما للفراكشن. 4x minus 3 remains the same minus derivative لل x plus 1 is 1. Derivative لل e to the x is e to the x. Now removing the limit and replacing x by infinity, we get plus infinity. 4x minus 3 بصير plus infinity minus 1. E to the power plus infinity is plus infinity. And number over infinity is 0. So we get plus infinity. Show that the line D, y equal 4x minus 3, is an asymptote to G. أكيد هيدا هو oblique asymptote. How to prove oblique asymptote? To prove oblique asymptote, you have to prove limit lil gx minus yd equal to 0 as x tends here to plus infinity. Limit as x tends to plus infinity of gx minus yd equal limit as x tends to plus infinity remains minus into x plus 1 e to the minus x. Replacing x by infinity, we get minus infinity, e to the minus infinity is 0 indeterminate form. Changing the form, limit as x tends to minus infinity, minus x plus 1 over ex, بننزل e لتحت. We get infinity over infinity, we apply Hopital's rule. It will be limit as x tends to plus infinity, minus derivative of x plus 1 is 1. Derivative of ex is ex is equals minus 1 over infinity. E to the infinity is infinity, minus 1 over infinity equal to 0. Therefore, the line D of equation y equal 4x minus 3 oblique asymptote to C at plus infinity. Part 3, determine the coordinates of A, the point of intersection of G with the asymptote D. How to determine the intersection between, how to determine the point of intersection between G and D?
y equals to y.
Y equal Y. So G intersection D implies Y equal Y. It means gx, 4x minus 3 minus x plus 1 e to the minus x equal y line D equal 4x minus 3. 4x minus 3 with 4x minus 3, 0, remains minus x plus 1 e to the minus x equal to 0. The exponential is always positive. So minus into x plus 1 equal to 0, x equal minus 1. لقينا الإكس to calculate the ordinate y نعملها replace either in the equation of the line or in the function g. For x equal minus 1, y equal 4x minus 3 بتصير y equal minus 4 minus 3 equal minus 7. Then a is minus 1 minus 7. Study the position of G with respect to D. شو بنعمل هون to study the position of C with respect to D?
table.
Table. What we are going to put in this table? Gx minus yd, domain of definition from minus infinity till plus infinity. شفنا قبل شوي على minus 1 بتكون 0. هلا to know the sign between minus 1 and plus infinity of gx minus yd is that if I take number 0, 0 is in this interval. إذا حطينا محل x 0 بتصير 0 plus 1 1 multiplied by minus, it will be minus here, and here it will be plus. Positive means G is above D. Negative, G is below D. At 0, D cuts G at minus 1, minus 7. Yes, Haikaz.
And هي 0 مشان الروت مو؟
هيدا
Yes.
ما شفنا على minus 1 بتكون 0. شفنا قبل شوي. We solved gx equal yd. يعني gx minus yd 0.
Yes.
For A, verify that g prime x equal fx. Verify that g prime x equals fx. This is gx. G prime x. Derivative lal 4x minus 3 is 4. Minus. I open bracket here. Header u dot v is u prime v plus v prime u. So it is important to put a brackets for this minus sign. Equal 4 minus. U prime is x plus 1. U prime is 1 times v e minus x plus derivative lil e to the minus x. Derivative lil e to the minus x is minus e to the power minus x. يعني بتصير هيدا minus e to the power minus x into x plus 1 into u equal 4 minus e to the minus x. هيدا should be e to the minus x, not e to the x. E to the minus x. نعمل expand e to the minus x times x بتصير minus x e to the minus x. Minus e to the minus x times 1 is minus e to the power minus x. E to the minus x and minus e to the minus x 0. Minus times minus is a plus. We get 4 plus x e to the minus x, which is equal to fx. So what does it mean that f prime x equal or g prime x equal fx?
has same sign as
G prime x has same sign as fx. هيدا part B I think هون. Please put it part B هون. هيدا هون. هيدا part B. G prime x has same sign as fx. X G prime minus infinity can alpha plus infinity. Between minus infinity and alpha it was negative. Here it is positive. وهون 0. الالفا is minus 1.2. هو قلنا take alpha minus 1.2. على minus infinity the limit is plus infinity. على plus infinity the limit is plus infinity. The minimum value is minus 7.13. The last part, draw D and G. To draw the line D of equation 4x minus 3 is an x0, 4x minus 3 is an x equal 0, y equal minus 3, and is an x minus 1, y is minus 7. هيدا البوينت, and we get the line D. This is the line D.
specific ترجع تقول عم
Is it-
x0
The x0 you get minus 3. على 1 is 1 إذا بدك. أو على minus 1 is minus 7. The minimum is minus 1.2 minus 7.13. This is the minimum here. Minus 1.2 minus 7.3. في عنا على minus 2.5 طلعت معنا 5.27, a particular point. At minus 2.5, 5.27. At this point. Now we can draw the curve. The curve is decreasing from plus infinity. معي هيدا البوينت. Decreasing to the minimum. Minus 1.2 minus 7.13. It cuts the oblique asymptote at the point minus 1 minus 7. فينا نعرف إنه cuts the x-axis. إذا x equal to 0 بنلاقي y بتطلع معنا minus 4. Minus 4 هيدا minus 4 هون. And continues till plus infinity below the oblique asymptote here. Okay, this is all about this exercise. Still we have Monday بعد ما نعمل solve 2 problems. As a homework for Monday. You solve the model 6. The last exercise in the model 6. عجبني هذا الاكسرسايز. Please prepare it for next time.
الموديل من وين جاي استاذ؟
شو؟
الموديل
هدول الجفرمنت حطوا in the previous year حطوا 6 models for each
ايه
class.
بالسي ار
السي ار دي بي يس. هيدا الموديل مش تتعمل له كوبي، هيدا you have to solve it. انت ما عم تعمل send للهوم ورك يا هيكاز. Okay, have a nice weekend. Have a
لك كمان.
بنشوفكم تانيين ان الله راد. يلا
باي
باي باي.
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 باي.